What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. Today, I'm reviewing one of my favorite things in the world, a turntable. I'm a huge hi-fi enthusiast. I've got my own couple $1,000 sound system over there, a few hundred records here in my basement that I've collected over the years. And every time a family or friend asks me for a recommendation for a beginner turntable, I've struggled because a lot of the affordable options are poorly built, they're ugly, and they don't sound that good. A lot of them can even damage your records. However, this turntable that I've received for review from the company 1x1 is probably the best value that I've seen in a turntable for beginners in a long time. This has a wooden plinth, it has a name brand stylus on it, it's got nice silver accents, and there's a ton more that I can't wait to tell you about. Before we dive into things though, make sure that you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss content coming in the future. And if you enjoy what you see as the video goes on, make sure to like it and leave a comment letting me know your thoughts to help with the algorithm. But enough about that, let's take a look at this 1x1 belt-driven turntable. In the interest of full disclosure, this was sent to me from 1x1. However, they are not compensating me beyond the turntable itself, nor do they have any creative say over what I discuss in this video. Let's start with the construction and the build quality. Again, a wooden plinth is usually something you've got to pay a bit more for. It's got a nice cherry wrap on it, it's polished, it looks beautiful, and it blends into a lot of different decor. You've got a nice standard dust cover here on the top with good hinges that lock in the up and down position. And then you've got a metal turntable platter, you've got your straight tone arm, you've got your silver accents for your start-stop knob and your speed control. You do have a anti-skate, again, something you don't see in most budget turntables. The standard kind of little weight on a fishing line going over to the tone arm. You have adjustable tracking force, which is a huge thing. If you're a beginner, that means that you can change how much force is applied to the stylus or the needle into the groove of the record. A lot of the budget turntables have a very high tracking force to prevent skipping, but unfortunately, this can damage your record by wearing into the groove over time. So to have adjustable tracking force is awesome. This has the Audio-Technica ATN 3600 or AT 3600. It's their budget stylus, but again, it's name brand. It's from a company that I know and trust. It's replaceable. A lot of the budget models you can't say the same for. Now, this turntable is a manual design. You have to start and stop the motor yourself. There is a tone arm lifter to lift it up, but if it gets to the end of the record, it's just going to spin for 20 minutes until it powers down. It does not automatically stop play or return the tone arm at the end of the record. A lot of more expensive record players are manually operated, so that's not a con in my book. Now, flipping the record player around to the back, I'll give you some zoomed in footage showing that you've got RCA outputs along with switchable phono in line. The built-in phono preamp feels fine enough for me, especially if you're a beginner. You can always switch it from line to phono and get your own phono preamplifier. That's one of the best things about this turntable. You can change the stylus and cartridge. You can change the phono preamp. You can add your own amplifier. You're not tied to built-in speakers or anything like that. So it's just a great jumping off point for someone that's new to the game. This also has Bluetooth functionality. I didn't mention this at the beginning because really when you're buying a record player, you're not buying it for Bluetooth, I think. I'm not a huge Bluetooth person myself unless it's just for convenience sake. However, you can Bluetooth from this turntable to a set of speakers, so that's really great if you want to go the wireless route. However, I recommend wired. The power switch is in the back, so you're gonna have to reach around and click that. I guess you could leave it powered on and just start and stop the motor with the dial on the front. I'm not sure how much power it consumes at rest. Now, before I dive into an audio demo, which I must preface with, no audio demo is going to sound perfect online because of my camera mic and your speakers and encoding and decoding and uploading and downloading, but I do them because people want to hear them. But before I dive into that, let me just give you some of my cons for this turntable. The base of the tone arm has a little bit of play, something that I think could be remedied. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe by opening up the bottom portion where you access the electronics on the bottom, you could probably either glue that or tighten a screw or something and get that to be a little more stable. It doesn't affect playback. In my experience, everything sounds just as good, but there's just a tiny bit of play. I think it's just the tolerances and a product of this price, but just keep that in mind. The anti-skate, where they have you put it at, I think exerts a little too much force, so when you lower the tone arm lifter, it can kind of pull it outside the groove of the record. So if you just adjust it in the closest position, I found that that works better, but the anti-skate does work as functioned. The tone arm lifter is pretty dampened, so as it lowers, it takes quite a while for the needle to get to the groove. These are all nitpicky things that in reality, I'm just trying to find something to critique but I think that the value here is exceptional. Despite all of this though, this turntable is absolutely a winner. It's staying in my home. It's going upstairs for us to listen to vinyl when friends are over. I think it's an exceptional quality. I'm already planning to throw a new stylus on it and buy a preamp and new speakers and an amp for it because it really has wowed me and it just looks so dang good. But enough about that, let's do a quick sound demo. And there you have it. That is the 1x1 belt drive turntable. I've said this 10 times and I'll say it again. This is probably the best value turntable on the market right now, at least that I have found. If you've got something better, please let me know down in the comments. I highly recommend this. I'm going to recommend it to many family and friends. I already have someone I know who's purchased one and they've been very happy with it. And this is, in my mind, like the product of the year that I have reviewed so far. So if you want to grab one for yourself, I will include a link down in the description. You can go buy through there and support the channel. I would love you for it. If not, please just subscribe and ring that notification bell, like the video and leave a comment so it helps the algorithm and I can keep bringing you content each and every week. That's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.